Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And we're still working our way through Haydn. Last video was all string quartets. This video, and I think the one following, yes, will all be symphonies. Oh, lots of really good symphony records. It's, going back and looking at it, it's funny. Haydn was treated pretty well on disc for the music that he was known for, symphonies, string quartets, and whatnot. It's just that nothing stayed in print. People did it. Maybe it was out of obligation. I don't know. Possible obligation. They did it, but they did it. And then they just all got deleted. I mean, here's a case in point. These are the Paris symphonies with Harnoncourt, the great set of Paris symphonies. Well, actually, the Paris symphonies have been treated very well. There were a lot of good sets of Paris symphonies. There was Karajan and of course, Bernstein's classic set, and then, this set, and even Charles Dutoit did them very well. So, yeah, I mean, you can find Paris symphonies, Sanderling, Kurt Sanderling, some really fine ones, but this was the outstanding one, certainly on period instruments. After Bernstein's, and it's thrilling. It's Consensus Musicus Wien, and it was issued on Deutsche Harmonie Mundi, which in those days was RCA actually, and then it became BMG. It's BMG, and then Sony, and who knows. And it was deleted lickety split, and then for some reason it came back. I don't know how it came back. I don't quite know why it came back, and it came back as like a press to order, one of those CD things in a box, in a plastic box. But this was the original way it looked when it came out. The performances are just knockouts. Harnoncourt goes crazy in the best possible way. They just, I can't even begin to describe what a riot they make of this music in the best possible sense. Really is fine and very different from Bernstein's performances, which just goes to show. And the funny thing is, if you think that Bernstein was, eccentric or self-indulgent or overtly demonstrative, some people say, oh, I can't bear to watch him on the podium, which is about the stupidest criticism you could possibly offer. Shut your goddamn eyes and listen. I mean, really. But people say things like that. If you think he was something, listen to this. Because Harnoncourt is vastly more interventionist than Bernstein ever was, but in a good way. Sometimes Harnoncourt could just be perverse, but this is good. And speaking of Bernstein's Haydn, there was this little DG boxlet, which gives you, what do we got here? We've got all of his well, it's all of his Haydn. It's not, but it's. Well, I think it's most of his Haydn for DG. It's all of his Haydn on DG, and some stuff that showed up on Philips, I think, because there was the masses were done with Bavarian Radio, right? Yeah, Bavarian Radio. Okay, and that was on Philips. So we've got Symphony Number 88, which is just wonderful. The Oxford, which is wonderful. The Surprise, which is amazing. The Symphony Concertante, the Mass in the Time of War, and the Seasons. Which is Bernstein's second recording of that, actually, because there's one on Sony as well. I mean, the Creation, pardon me, because there's one on Sony as well. And the soloists in the Creation and the Masses are really special. You've got Judith Blagan, Brigitte Fassbender, Lucia Popp, Claes Ansho, Kurt Moll, Thomas Moser, Kurt Ullmann, Hans Soten. They're just really, really good recordings. Bernstein was Haydn-esque to the core. He really was. And it shows something, that somebody who was equally persuasive in Haydn and Mahler. It tells you how you should be playing Haydn. You should be playing him like Mahler. He was a visionary. He was an all-encompassing eclectic. The symphony must be the world, that sort of stuff. Well, Haydn was that kind of guy. And if you play it that way, oh, what wonderful results. Well, you get something like this. So there you go. So Bernstein's Haydn was just lovely. Then I have three more. We did a pile of them way back, I don't know, dozens of videos back, of the Lausanne Chamber Orchestra, with Jesus Lopez Cobos. And there are three more here, which somehow got sort of mixed up in the piles when I was alphabetizing. Not everything's in order, but at least they are in order by composer. Some of the series got broken up. So we've got the morning, noon, and night symphonies. Lovely performances, too. Pretty. I mean, really pretty and nice and not too small scale. I mean, they've got some body to them. They're beautiful. What's this one? This is The Bear. Oh, these are the Paris symphonies. What's this one? This one isn't. Okay, we got 3 Paris symphonies. The Bear, the Hen, the Queen. Everyone seems to do the Paris symphonies well. I mean, I know there are some bad ones out there. There are. But generally speaking, people do the Paris symphonies well. I think there's something about them, something in their density of thought and character that just, they almost play themselves. They're not quite interpreter proof, but almost. Haydn sort of wrote them that way. You have to remember, he wrote them for Paris, where he would never have a chance to go. And so, he knew he had a really large orchestra, so they sound really good when played by a larger orchestra, not a tiny little period Gucci thing. And so they sound great on a modern orchestra. They were originally conducted by the Chevalier de Saint-Georges, the famous Chevalier de Saint-Georges for the Orchestre de la Loge Olympique, or one of those things, those big Paris bands. And I think maybe it was because he knew that he wouldn't have a chance to have them performed himself. He wanted to make sure that they were performer-proof, and they kind of are. Anyway, they seem to work really, really well on disc, and they work well here, so that's nice. I mean, they're nice performances. Not the most exciting, but very musical. And then we've got Alleluia, Lamentazione, and the Horn Signal. Well, this is a fun collection. As I said about these performances, generally they're a little bit soft-edged and tame, but they're nicely done and attractive. And if you happen to stumble across them and feel like them or like the coupling, you won't have a problem. You really won't. Then I've got a couple of the Hans Brüggens here. These were Hans Brüggen did mainly the big clumps. He did the London symphonies, and he did the Paris symphonies, and he did the Sturm und Drangs. But he did a couple in the middle, and those are here. This is one of them. This is one of the best, too. 90, 91, and 92. These are terrific performances. Actually, they were all terrific. Brüggen's Haydn was great. It really was. I mean, period instruments and all. It was because he was a real conductor. He had ideas. He did things. He made the music live. He made us think. It was all in a good way. Harnoncourt without all the eccentricity, that sort of thing. So we've got 90, which is a work of genius that nobody knows, with high C horns. It was Haydn's last symphony with those high horns in C major. And then we've got the number 91 and the Oxford, which are, they're all just amazing pieces. Go look at my discussions of them on the Haydn Symphony Crusade. With musical examples and everything. You'd just be amazed at how great that music is, and people pay very little attention to it. It's unbelievable. And then we've got 86 and 88. Now, 86, of course, is one of the Paris symphonies. Possibly the greatest of them. I don't want to pick and choose, but it's outstanding. It has no nickname, so nobody knows it, and they should. You should hear the slow movement. It's a capriccio. A capriccio in Haydn means something totally metaphysical, mysterious, and transcendental. It's so cool. And then we've got the famous number 88, which I think this is one of the great performances in the Haydn discography, especially of 88. It's wonderful because Brüggen doesn't take it too fast. He lets us stop and admire the scenery, because it's a pastoral symphony. It's about the countryside. It has vistas to enjoy and look at, especially the finale, which is that amazing rondo based on, it's a monothematic rondo, which is like a contradiction in terms, but it is. And the tune is, and so many people just race through it, Brüggen doesn't. It's so much fun the way he does it. It's It has so much more character the way he plays it, and charm. It's just delicious. So there you go. Some really great Haydn Symphony recordings. Go have fun with them. And keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.